Welcome to the Coastal Kitchen. Hi, I'm Karen Mashures, and today I have got some things for you to nibble on. We are going to have artichoke. Got one right here. I'm going to show you how to prepare it, and we're going to make a little dip for it. We've got cheese straws, the old Southern way, candied peppery bacon, toffee chocolate bark, honey cheese bread, and we're going to put together a charcuterie board just for all those people that love to nibble like I do. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is our artichokes. We're going to steam the artichokes, and I want to show you how you need to prepare them. If you've done this before, you know you've got to put some lemon into your ice water because the artichoke is a bud of a flower. As soon as you cut into it, it starts to oxygenate, and we don't want any brown spots if we can avoid it. So I've got my ice water and my artichoke, and you can see the artichoke is really considered a thistle. It's got little thorny points right on the edge of the leaves. So the first thing we're going to do is cut those thorny points off. Just snip the very edge of the leaves, and we're doing the big bottom leaves. All right, that's got those cut off, and I'm going to take this lemon that I squeezed, and I'm just going to rub it right over the tops of these leaves that I've cut and get them treated. And I'm going to take these little leaves that are on the bottom off. Now the stalk is a really delicious part of the artichoke too. Some people cut it off and some people leave it on. I'm going to cut it off. So we're going to save this for another day. You can take the stem and just cut the edges off here and put it right in with your artichoke if you'd like. All right, now the next step is to take about 1/3 of the artichoke top and cut it off. And it's a little bit tough, but just go right straight on through. Okay, as soon as I cut it, the lemon's going on. Now we're going to steam these artichokes, and I'm just going to pull this apart just a little bit. I want to give it a little bit of movement so it steams all the way through, right into the water. All right, and number 2, we're going to do the exact same thing. All right, snip this last one, rub it down with my lemon. And again, take off your little leaves. And cut the stem. Let's rub that. And we're going to cut the upper third off. As I said, it's a little bit tough, but it will come right through. A little bit of lemon. Let's squeeze it out a little bit. And I'm going to put it straight in my ice water. Okay, behind me I have a pot, and I have filled it about 1/4 of the way through with water. And I am going to take the artichoke, just going to get a little bit of the ice water down in it and put it flat down on the bottom. And this should come up about 3/4 of the way of the artichoke. So we've got them in, and I'm going to grab a pot lid and put it right on top to keep them settled down on the bottom. And we're going to turn this on high. And I am going to just leave the lid off until it starts to boil. Once it starts to boil, we're going to turn it down to simmer and gather all that steam so it cooks. It's going to cook for about 40 minutes. Okay, let's get this ready now. I'm going to take this and right off into the trash. All right, for my dip, let me dry my hands off here. I have a cup of mayonnaise, and I have real simple garlic powder, about a teaspoon. And you're just gonna mix this up. We're going to put it in this lovely little bowl over here and let it sit in the fridge until we're ready to use it. It's a nice little dipping sauce. You can also use butter if you prefer, but I like the mayonnaise one because when we eat the meat off of the leaves, this just makes it taste so much better. Okay, we're gonna put this in here and get this in the fridge. All right, I'm gonna put this in and I'll be right back and we'll start with our cheese straws.
How Mom plus Charlotte Electric plus Maytag equals one legendary apple pie. It begins with the finest ingredients kept Maytag fresh. Then, Maytag's precise baking means the flakiest, tastiest crust ever. Finally, her ultra-quiet Maytag dishwasher makes cleanup ultra easy. Mom, apple pie, and Maytag. Dependably yours at Charlotte Electric Stores.
Welcome back. I'm starting my cheese straws. I have 1 pound of really nice sharp cheddar cheese, and I'm shredding it. Want to get it ready to go in my food processor. This recipe is so easy, and that little machine over there does most of the work. It does for getting it ready. So we've got a real good recipe. This comes from an old Southern cookbook, and I have tweaked it just a touch, but this is one of those things that you can make the way you like it. If you like it a little bit hotter, you can put a little bit more cayenne in it. So we are just ready now. Okay, let's get all this cheese out from under here. And seems like it makes a lot. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is take a half a stick of butter. This is unsalted and it has been left out at room temperature. And now we're just gonna put our cheese right around it. This recipe makes about 48 cheese straws, and you can double it. That's a real easy recipe to double. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is just mix these two together. Okay, see how it forms a ball? That's because it's incorporated the butter right into the cheese. Now we're gonna put in about a half a cup of flour. I've got a full cup here, but I'm just gonna start with half a cup. Okay, now let's take this out. I'm gonna put in a little bit of salt, about a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, some Spanish paprika, and of course cayenne pepper. Now let's get that back on. What I'm looking for at this point is the cheese to start adhering to the center, and it is, and I need to add just a little more flour in here. So I'm gonna add not quite all of it. Okay, I think we've got this just about right. You know what? Let's put the rest of it in. All right, now it's coming around again, forming a little bit of a ball. You can see right here what we're looking at. Okay, now comes the fun part. Let's get the blade out. And I'm gonna get my cookie press. I have a pan that I have got parchment paper on, and I'm just gonna set that right here, get my spoon. I have just a round tip. You can use a star tip if you'd like. And if you don't happen to have a cookie press, you can roll this out to about a dough that's about 1/4 of an inch thick, and you can cut the straws. All right, just about all packed in. Put my top on, and I'm going to make about 3-inch straws. And this is the part that takes a little bit elbow grease. Pump it up just a little bit, and it's gonna start coming out. Just let it lay right down on the parchment. And I use my finger to just stop it. And we're just gonna keep making straws until this is nice and full. All right, I'm on the last one now. And this tray is gonna take about 26, 27. So you'll have 2 trays. And when you get to that point, just remember, if it looks a little bit funny, straighten it out. It'll go just perfectly back together. All right, 325 for about 20 minutes. Just depends on your oven. So we'll get this cleaned up. Let's have a quick word from our sponsor, and then we're gonna make our candied bacon.
At ATMC, we know that fast, reliable internet is essential to connecting our local community to a better future. That's why we're investing millions to bring faster internet to members living in Brunswick County's most rural areas. We call this Project 2019 because in the next 24 months, over 4,000 of our members will have access to internet speeds up to 50 times faster than today. Because when it comes to doing right by our members, it's all about you. We are ATMC TV Channel 3 and HD Channel 910, your community channel.
Okay, I've got to get these cheese straws out of the oven. They are smelling so good. I know that they are ready. Let's grab the, oh, they're gorgeous, and the smell, as they say, wish you were here. Okay. This is the next step. We're just gonna put them on a rack to let them cool. And they will be ready when my guests arrive. Those will just cool. It takes about 20 minutes. Let's go to the artichokes. Okay. Turn this off. Get this lid out. Just be real careful when you're doing it. All right. An easy way to tell if an artichoke is done is to pick it up. Be careful of the steam. Let all of the water drain. And then you're gonna go in right here, and if it goes in and it's nice and soft, which it is, they are ready. Okay, let's let that drain just a second. I've got a platter here to put them on. They look beautiful. Now, at this point, you can put some butter on there if you'd like, or they go with the dip, so I'm just gonna slide them right there for the moment. All right, I'm ready for the bacon. How about you? I love candied bacon, and it's really so easy to make. I had this for the first time when I went to Ohio, right after the holidays. Went to see my aunt, and she said we had to go have breakfast at this wonderful place near her house. And what did they have? Something called Mayonnaise Bacon. And there's all sorts of recipes, and this is one that I get to say, make it the way that you like it. If you want to add a little bit more cayenne or a little bit more pepper. I like it peppery, and I like it hot. So we are going to take our sugar and just sprinkle the cayenne right on top. And I've got fresh ground black pepper, and I'm going to sprinkle that on the top. And let's get the rest of this in here and give it a good mix. Now I've had the bacon, which is thick cut, sitting out for about 10 minutes. I wanted it to get a little bit closer to room temperature than it was. It gets a little tiny bit of moistness to it so it'll adhere with the spices. Okay. Nice and mixed up. Just use a fork. And all right, that looks absolutely great. Now, I have had this bacon sitting out for the 10 minutes. As I said, it's on a rack that has been sprayed with some vegetable spray, and I've got it over a tray, so all the drippings will go down in that tray. Now, piece of bacon. Just put it in, coat it down, and what I like to do is when I get it back on the tray, I like to just take a little bit extra and put right down the center. Okay, I'm doing this real fast, so let's get on with number 2. All right, see how quick this is? Doesn't take any time at all. And it is so delicious. Once you've had it, you'll definitely want to do it again. Okay, let's get this last piece on. Little bit down the center. And something that I like to do, because it's the way that I like it, do it to your taste. But I'm gonna grab my pepper grinder, and I'm just going to put just a little more pepper on top. And this goes into a 400-degree oven, and it really has no set cooking time because it depends on how you like your bacon. If you like it really crispy and really done, it might take a little bit longer, but we're gonna leave these in for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna check them. We're gonna put it in a 325-degree oven. And we're good to go on that one.
A security system used to be a simple alarm. Today, it's how we connect with our home. ATMC Security's smart home solutions help you protect and control your home, wherever you are. Lights, locks, garage doors, and more.
New Geo services react automatically based on where you are, so your house knows to adjust the thermostat and turn lights on before you arrive.
Combine smart home solutions with 24/7 emergency monitoring for one great low price. ATMC Security. Safeguard your home.
This is the fun part. This dish is so tasty. My husband loves it. And we are in the process of having to make some more after this show because he wants some for the office. But all we're doing is we're putting in a full sleeve of saltine crackers. Just wiggle them around until they fit. They will fit. And you can see I've got a pan that I have put tin foil on and made a little lip right there because we're gonna put some hot stuff on there too. This is a dish that is so much fun to make with children, your grandchildren. It's quick, easy, and fun. All right, I'm gonna turn my pot on. And this chocolate toffee bark gets 1 stick of butter, and we're going to let that melt real fast. And I'm gonna put it on medium because my stove is hot. All right, this butter is just about melted. I have put a cup of light brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar if you'd like, but I like the light brown sugar. This has to boil and bubble, toil and trouble, for about 3 minutes. All right, look at that color. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now comes the neat part. All you have to do is keep stirring, bring it down, and drizzle. And I just drizzle back and forth. And what you want to do is completely cover the crackers. So what we're going to do is, oops, just take my spatula and spread this out. All right, we're going to put this in a 400-degree oven, let it go for 5 minutes until it bubbles, and then we'll finish it up.
At ATMC, it's all about you. So when you build your own bundle at atmc.com, you get exactly the services you want. Like blazing fast internet with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second, more than 200 channels of digital cable, unlimited nationwide calling, plus the safest home on the block. At ATMC, you get faster speeds, more choices, and bigger savings. Because it's all about you. Build your bundle today with ATMC.
Okay, take a look at this. You can see how it's all bubbled up. And our next step is real easy. We're going to take our chocolate pieces and just lay them on top. And you can lay them anywhere you want to. Okay, last one. Now, spatula. Just about is melting beautifully right off the bat. That coming out of a 400-degree oven. So I've got an offset spatula, and you can see, take a look at how quick this chocolate melts. And all I'm going to do is spread it all over the top. How quick and easy was that? Now, you can do this if you'd like. You can use pecans, you can use walnuts, but I've got about close to a half a cup of pecans, and I'm just going to sprinkle them on the top. This is going to sit for about 20 minutes to cool on its own, and then I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge. Let it sit for another 30 minutes till it gets nice and hard. Then we'll break it into pieces. And you can break it into any kind of pieces you want. You can even take a sharp spatula or knife and cut it into pretty shapes, but I like it in bark. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, all in, all done. It's just got to sit. Let's come over and do our cheese bread. This is a real quick and easy tidbit to nibble on too. I've cut a baguette into about 1-inch slices. You can cut it a little bit thinner if you like, just depending on how many people you're serving. And I'm going to put it on an ungreased cookie sheet or baking pan. And I am going to take a pastry brush, and they've got these newfangled ones that don't even look like paintbrushes really, and I'm going to brush the top with olive oil. Just want a nice coat of olive oil. All right. That's a pretty quick and easy job. Now, finished with the olive oil, I'm going to get my cheese. And let me spread these out just a touch. And we're going to top each slice with some cheese. And this is where you can use the one you like. I'm using an Italian blend. It's got a little bit of everything in it. So we're just going to put the cheese right on top as we go. All right, last one here. I'm going to tell you, if you like cheese toast, you'll love this. Okay, we're going to put this under the broiler, and I'm going to watch it because I don't want anything to burn. I just want the cheese to melt. Let's turn that light on. All right, this is fast. you can see how quickly it just got a little bit brown on the top. I'm going to bring this back over here, and what we are going to do is honey. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on each one. Wonderful. Wait till you taste this. We're going to have a quick break, be back, and have everything set up for you. See you in a few.
How Mom plus Charlotte Electric plus Maytag equals 1 legendary apple pie. It begins with the finest ingredients kept Maytag fresh. Then, Maytag's precise baking means the flakiest, tastiest crust ever. Finally, her ultra-quiet Maytag dishwasher makes cleanup ultra easy. Mom, apple pie, and Maytag. Dependably yours at Charlotte Electric stores.
This is really something to nibble on, and I love to nibble, but I also like to have something to go with it. So I'm going to show you a real quick drink that you can make, no trouble at all. It's got Prosecco in it and Saint-Germain, which is an elderflower, and you put 2 parts of the liqueur over ice, and then you put 2 parts of lemon juice over ice, and we're going to shake it up. Now, I have some grenadine right here, and if you want to put the grenadine in with the lemon juice and the Saint-Germain, you can. But what I like to do is I like to put just a little bit in the bottom of a champagne glass, and then I'm going to pour this about halfway. And that's just about right. And then Prosecco, which is a sparkling Italian wine. Let's pour that right over the top. It's got a little bit of bubbles. And as I said, it's with a twist. So I have got me a piece of lemon rind, made me a twist, and there it goes. Okay, we have so many wonderful things that we didn't even do on the show today. I made a charcuterie board, and it's got smoked meats, it's got jams, fruits, and cheeses that you want to complement each other. It's a fun thing to do for any kind of a party. Got a variety of crackers. Did a fruit tray, and that's a buttermilk ranch vegetable dip, and you can find the recipe. All you have to do is go to Facebook and go to the Coastal Kitchen, and you can find the recipes right there. We've got our artichoke. Oh, let me show you how to do this. I've been dying to try it. You just pull a leaf out of the base. This is the meat. Just dip it and use your teeth to scrape the meat away from the leaf. Bacon. I'm afraid to try that right now because I'll want to eat the whole thing. And of course, honey cheese bread. We've got some cheese straws. So enjoy everything that I've done today by making it yourself. You definitely have to try the chocolate toffee bark. It is absolutely sensational. And you can find all of our recipes on Facebook. Just search for the Coastal Kitchen. Want to say thank you to all the people that watch and send us comments, and we'll see you again next time.
Getting an alert the kids made it home safely or need to let guests in when you're not there. That's ATMC Security. And then there's the time when having professionally monitored smart home security really matters. ATMC Security offers remote access, real-time alerts, video monitoring, and interactive security, keeping you connected to your home from wherever you are. Start with 24/7 emergency monitoring for burglary, smoke, fire, and carbon monoxide for as low as $17.95 per month. ATMC Security. Safeguard your home.